A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and your guest.
Good evening.
So from the business session today, I have two announcements. First is on behalf of our Vice President Education Toastmaster Sindhushri, that is the role taker update for next week. So one speech slot has been booked by Toastmaster Pavani and the general evaluator role has been booked by DTM Supreet and all the other roles are open. I request the members to contact her to take up the roles. So,
I have booked one role, I don't know why it is reflected. 17.
you had booked a speech slot, is it?
I sent a message, everything. Very long back.
Okay, I'll make sure that.
I did check.
Yes, I'll check.
Panel discussion is ready.
Sure, sir.
It's ready.
So, next is, yes, sir.
We have to give a round of applause to our past president Shiva for reorienting the flag that we have all around. They are all vertical, haphazard, and he has got it reoriented and a good job. Let's give him a round of applause for that.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiva. Next, we have our area director today with us. So, we would like to welcome you to our club. Let us give him a
You can be made to sit here.
So, you can sit. That's all from the business session. The sergeant can take over.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests.
Good evening.
Have you ever seen a football player taking the ball in his hand and running the full length of the pitch? I'm not talking about American football. Have you ever seen a king in the chess board game move two spaces at once? You haven't. This is because of all the rules that define these games. Rules are there to provide foundation, to provide structure, and to provide meaning to anything in life, may it be board games, sports, or life in general. Rules help us in reducing the chaos, in bringing structure, and in making it easy and fair for everyone to have a level playing field. But sometimes you might have to go beyond these rules. You might have to understand the game better, and if you deem it fit, you might have to change the rules according to your convenience. But then again, in my opinion, changing the rules is for the better in terms of innovation and making progress further. So, rules of the game, that's the theme for today. As I said before, rules help us. They bring forth structure, and it's very much needed in our lives, because without it, it's only chaos. So, in our club, if you have to be a president, you have to follow certain rules. There are certain rules you have to take step by step, follow the step-by-step procedure, and I'd like to introduce one person today. That is our president. She is a BCom graduate currently pursuing her MBA from Christ University. She does mandala art, she loves reading, and she also dances. She has followed the rules to become the president of the club today. So please, I'd like to introduce you to all the President Toastmaster Pavani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhu, for that fantastic introduction. Once again, a very good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
We have two guests with us today, so I request you both to stand up from wherever you are and let us know how you got to know about our club and introduce yourself to our audience.
Hi, my name is Vinny. I am Madhu's colleague actually in an office, and he introduced me to Toastmasters, and I'm very excited to be here. Thank you.
Welcome to our club. Welcome to our club. Welcome aboard on your new journey. Yeah, thank you. Now I would request our acting secretary to read out the minutes of meeting of previous meeting 1307. Toastmaster Jyothi.
evening, Toastmasters and guests. Here are the minutes of meeting number 1307 held on the 3rd of March 2025. Theme: What if? Word of the week: invigorating. The business session started at 6:26 p.m. and was chaired by President Toastmaster Pavani CR. In the business session, the following points were addressed. The Vice President membership, Toastmaster Apoorva TR, announced that the renewals for the term April to September 2025 were open. She notified members about the hike in membership fees caused due to imposing of 18% GST by the government. The previous membership fees stood at $60 for 6 months and the current membership fee stands at $70.8, that is around Rs 6,400 for 6 months. Correspondingly, the club expenses have increased as follows. The previous amount was Rs 480 for 6 months and the current amount is Rs 540 for 6 months. Overall, the current membership fee stands at Rs 6,960 for 6 months. Members are requested to renew at the earliest. DTM AK Prabhakara raised a few points regarding the club. He requested for the previous term's newsletter to be uploaded at the earliest. He followed up on an issue a member had raised in meeting number 1305 regarding a technical glitch in the Toastmasters International website, due to which they were not able to download their level completion certificate. In the aforementioned meeting, the President had assured that the issue would be investigated, and in this meeting, the President announced that the issue has been resolved. The Vice President Education, Toastmaster Sindhushri, announced that all roles except for one speech slot were open. Interested members were requested to contact her for the same. The regular meeting started at 6:29 p.m. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Madhusudan S. started the meeting with an introduction about the theme and later handed over the charge to President Toastmaster Pavani CR. President Toastmaster Pavani CR opened the meeting, spoke on the theme and introduced the Master of Ceremony Toastmaster Apoorva TR. Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Apoorva spoke on the theme and introduced the following role takers for the day. Role taker: Timer Toastmaster Sudeep, R Counter Toastmaster Shreya, PP Evaluator Toastmaster Chetan, Grammarian Toastmaster Jyothi. The prepared speech session had the following speaker: Toastmaster Sachin for the Dynamic Leadership Level 1 Project 2 and was evaluated by Toastmaster Sakshi Gupta. The table topic session was conducted by Toastmaster Gajendra and had 18 speakers. The general evaluation was conducted by DTM AK Prabhakara. The winners of the week were Best Speaker Toastmaster Sachin, Best Evaluator Toastmaster Sakshi, Best Table Topic Speaker Toastmaster Sai Snehal, Best Role Taker MTG Toastmaster Gajendra Gowda, Best Role Taker TAPG Toastmaster Sudeep. The acting president Toastmaster Sindhushri closed the meeting at 8:20 p.m. which was followed by the national anthem. Thank you, and back to Toastmaster Pavani.
Are there any amendments for the minutes of meeting? If not, I shall consider it as accepted and open meeting number 1308. When you hear the word finance, what comes to your mind?
Tension.
Anything else?
Insurance?
Okay. So, as rightly said, insurance, money, tension. For some of us, about the stock market, or the interest rates, or banks, that is what comes immediately to your mind. And also sometimes the latest cryptocurrency craze that's going on. So, behind all of that, behind the market fluctuations and behind the trends, there lies something very fundamental: the rules or the regulatory bodies. In the financial world, these rules are not just the written laws, they are the invisible thread that hold the entire system together. So why do we need rules in finance, and why can't we all just go out there and make money however we want? Not possible, right? Well, imagine a game like a cricket. Players, if there were no referees, the players would break the rules. There would be chaos and unfairness in the game. The game would end. Similarly, in the financial world, the game where money flows between the institutions, government, and the public, without regulations, the system would have a lot of frauds, manipulations, and instability. For example, we can take the case of Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi, the Harshad Mehta scam, and there are n number of scams like that. So we never know whom to trust and how the investments are going to be, right? The financial world itself did not wake up with rules and regulations. It has evolved over time and over centuries. So in the late 1800s, the financial system was wild, and imagine a world where the banks could lend money without any proper regulations or rules set to it, and very little oversight, and people could borrow money and invest in companies however they wanted. Then came something called the stock market crash of 1929, one of the biggest wake-up calls that people have ever had, and this case itself was like a game changer, showing how lack of regulation could bring an entire country into disruption, where people's life savings and there were unemployment rates that were rising, and it took years for the economy to set back, and that historic moment itself made everyone realize that how important regulations or rules in the game were. After the Great Depression, the Securities and Exchange Commission was created as this regulatory body to ensure that the investors are safeguarded and the companies and their dealings are also transparent in the market. Rules in the game of finance are not just about preventing fraud cases, they're also about creating safe environment. So, but why should you as an individual care about these rules? Because rules not only affect life in ways you might not even realize. The rules like the referees in game, making sure that the game is going in a proper way. So without them, there would be no fairness, no trust, and no stability. The world of finance is a complex game, but it's the game with rules. These rules ensure that the financial system remain trustworthy. They help us invest widely, save for the future, and protect our hard-earned money. So the next time you think about the financial world, remember the rules of the game and how they make everything possible. And speaking of game, rules, and strategy, let me introduce to you someone who loves strategy games like Hearts and Pokemon. He is a software developer currently working with quizzes as a part of growth team. You can always reach out to him if you have to go out for a run or a swim. Fellow Toastmasters, help me welcome our Master of Ceremonies for today, Toastmaster Chetan, with a fantastic round of applause.
Games have rules to determine who the rightful winner is. Back in the 1960s, these Japanese swimmers would jump off their diving boards, go under the water for the full 50 meters and complete the entire race underwater without ever breaking the surface of the water itself. The Olympic body realized that this was a problem and it was not in the spirit of swimming itself. So they introduced a rule that all swimmers must break the surface of the water on or before 15 meters. Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. let me divert your attention to the world of chess, where rules tell us how the board must be oriented. It says that the bottom right hand corner must be a white square. And it further goes on to dictate the rules of how pawns must move, of how to deliver a check, and finally how to close out the game with a checkmate. But what it doesn't tell us are these unsaid rules. Rules like touch piece, where if I touch my knight, I have to move it. Or other rules like the opening. People use the opening to develop their pieces and to start controlling the center of the board. Now this is not a said rule. Nowhere in the FID rule book does it say anything about the word opening or controlling the center of the board. But this is something that has evolved empirically over time, and people have understood and mastered these rules. And those are the unsaid rules. They give us a framework within which we can work and explore the boundaries of the game. But about 101 years ago, one gentleman by the name of Ralph C. Smedley decided to teach the world of the rules of public speaking. He started a small club in the basement of a YMCA hostel, and now 2.5 lakh people all over the world are learning these rules and practicing them over 148 countries. So, what are these rules? Toastmasters officially judges speeches on 3 criteria: content, delivery, and language. So every speech starts here. We go down and look for a message. We churn that message until it becomes a strong, purposeful statement. Then the content is the vehicle to deliver that message, be it adding humor, adding emotions, storytelling. All of these are just tools to get the message across. Delivery ultimately is taking that message from the ears and sending them to the heart. So, on my quest to eloquence, I am taking my first steps to internalize all of these rules, and I hope during my upcoming MC sessions, I would tell you about each one of these rules. Speaking of eloquence, today's lineup consists of 4 sessions, starting with our prepared speech session, where a speaker has prepared for some considerable time and will deliver his speech today. During the second session, we have our biannual MOT session, where we give feedback about how our meetings are going. Our third session is the table topic session, where people are put on the spot and must give a good answer without panicking. And finally, we have our general evaluation, something unique to Toastmasters, where feedback is given back to each one of us so we can improve and get better. To help me in proceeding with this meeting today, I have the TAPG team. Let's start off with each person describing their roles. Let's start with the PP Evaluator, Toastmaster Jyothi.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Here at Mekon Communication Club, the rules of a meeting is to keep our cell phone on silent mode, avoid crosstalk, enter and exit during applause. This allows the speaker to concentrate. We also refrain from talking about sex, religion, and politics. These are sensitive topics and may create disharmony. Your cooperation will enable a smooth meeting throughout. I shall give my report during the general evaluation when called upon. Thank you, and over to you, Mr.
Let's hear it from our Grammarian, Toastmaster Gajendra.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guest present here. As a grammarian, it is my job to note down the good and the bad usage of the words, and also how many times a word of the day is used. The word of the day is altruistic, meaning showing a selfless concern for the well-being of others. Usage could be his altruistic nature led him to volunteer at I can't read the
At the non-profit.
at the non-profit organization. Yeah, thank you.
Let's hear it from our off-counter, Toastmaster Sachin.
So whenever we talk or give a speech, not everything goes smoothly, right? Sometimes we give pauses, sometimes we use filler words. So today I'll be observing all of these filler words and repeated words, and I'll give my report at the end of the day. Thank you.
And finally, let's hear it from the timer Toastmaster Udanka. Distinguished Toastmaster Udanka.
As you all know, timing is very precious. 1 second will be very auspicious to everyone. That you can go to an accident person or the person who just missed the accident know the value of 1 second. So just like that, how time is efficient in our life, time is efficient in public speaking also. So in today's session, we have the icebreaker. So I'll be showing the green card at the end of 4 minutes, yellow card at the end of 5th minute, and the red card will be up till the speaker completes the session. The table topics will be for 1 to 2 minutes, 1, green, yellow 1.5 minutes, and red at 2 minutes. For individual evaluation, the timings would be 2 at green, 2.5 yellow, and 3 at red. I'll be giving my report during the general election. Back to you, Master Toastmaster.
With that, let's get started with the first session, our prepared speech session. Today we have just one speaker. We have Toastmaster Kushal, who's attempting his level 1 project 1 icebreaker, and his evaluator is Toastmaster Jia Jain. I request her to read out the evaluation guidance.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. This member is completing his first speech in Toastmasters. The goal of the evaluation is to give the member an effective evaluation of their speech and delivery style. All the best to the speaker. Thank you.
When I walked in a few weeks ago, I remember seeing Toastmaster Kushal as a guest over there. And he had this bright 10,000 watt smile, and I thought, who's this 20-year-old guy? So let's hear it for the first speaker, Toastmaster Kushal.
How many of us are trapped by our own limiting beliefs? It may be in your personal life or your professional life. Doubting on our own capabilities. Don't worry, you're not alone there. I do doubt myself, but in particular about my communication skills. I'm proud I've taken the first step in breaking my shackles and delivering my first speech today. Growing up in Bangalore, I was a highly pampered kid by dad. Everything I asked for was a big yes from his side. But mom took a contra call. She was strict and loving at the same time wherever it was required. Though I was born and brought up in Bangalore, I was fortunate enough to experience the village side life as well, where I spent most of my summer holidays. I'm happy that I got to witness such life as well, with most of my friends and cousins missed. At school, I was a very studious kid and didn't get into any troubles. Not because I didn't want to, but the situation demanded it. Because the vice principal was a neighbor. Any news of mischief would have reached home even before I reached home. So I kept it very simple at school, didn't get into any trouble. At my 10th boards, I was among the second topper of the batch and came out with flying colors in my 10th. Speaking about my college life, I'd like to thank my mom. She put me into science in my PUC because I couldn't decide between the two hardest options, whether science or commerce. And her decision was a fantastic one. Seeing my physics lecturer, Chetan sir, I really wanted to be a physics lecturer like him, but God had different plans altogether. Again, I was one among the toppers in my second PU boards. A college displayed a big picture of all the toppers at the college entrance where I was one among them. Truly a feeling of achievement. Then again came a time to make a decision whether degree or engineering. This time I was a little better. I voluntarily decided no engineering. Frankly, because of the cost involved. Degree life was where I really saw what life really meant. I saw few of my friends who were working part-time at the same time pursued their education. A girl in our class, even after her marriage, pursued her education. I was truly amazed by her zeal and commitment she had. A special thanks to her husband for letting her pursue her dreams. I bunked a few classes, went for a movie on the first day of release for the first time ever. I had an instant crush on a girl who I saw first time in the auditorium, and believe me or not, she still is my one and only crush. Time flew by. I was in the 5th sem of my degree. I was placed at Wipro and Capgemini. But by the time I completed my final exam, I decided I want to take up a career in personal finance. Again, the choice was mine, but the influence was my mom. She is a very good insurance advisor. Yes, mom has been a constant support in my life. Since my childhood, I've always had a soft corner for bikes. Looking at my friend's bike in college, I wanted to get one, but with my own money. I got my first bike on November 6th, 2020, after working for a year in a finance startup. I truly love my bike and love to spend time by going on a long rides whenever time permits. Currently, I'm working as a portfolio analyst at Hexagon Capital Advisors, a boutique wealth management firm. I'm working with a personal vision to help families who trust us by their hard-earned money and to give the best advice in the personal finance. To support my vision, I'm also pursuing my CFP professional course, which I'm aiming to complete by 2025. With the help of Toastmasters and CFP, I hope to come out of it with flying colors. I would like to conclude with a quote by Roy T. Bennett. Don't let others tell you what you can't do. Don't let the limitation of others limit your vision. If you can remove your self-doubt and believe in yourself, you can achieve what you never thought was possible. Thank you.
Really see the relief on Toastmaster Kushal's face. But good job, great job. So for the second session of today, we'll go with the MOT or MOT. Alright, so the MOT is going to be facilitated by Toastmaster Apoorva. She's a foodie, she's also fully into exercise, and nothing can stop her, not even Jeff Bezos' child, Amazon Alexa. Let's give it up for Toastmaster Apoorva.
Thank you, Chetan, for this wonderful introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome, dear guests.
Good evening.
Today's meeting is one of the crucial meetings of the term. The reason? We have the Moments of Truth session. Let me explain what is Moments of Truth for the sake of the new members who are facing this for the very first time and also for the guests. Moments of Truth is this little measure our club takes to improve the quality of our meetings and also other aspects of the club as a whole. Moments of Truth is like a mirror where we take a closer look at ourselves. We analyze and discuss every single aspect of the meeting and how the club operates. The aim of Moments of Truth is to make everything better, so that we give the best of the best Toastmaster experience to every member of the club. Here we take a look at the smallest of the smallest detail, like how the meetings are happening, how are we greeting our new members, are we doing creative table topic sessions and creative meetings, and how we are promoting our club on the social media, and the number of members who are coming as guests, how many people are getting converted to our members, and everything. Today, we will analyze and discuss every aspect of the club. Today's MOT will mainly focus on 6 key areas. Firstly, first impression. Second is the membership orientation. Third is the fellowship, variety and communication. Fourth is program planning and meeting organization. Fifth is membership strength. Sixth is achievement recognition. As per the rule of the game, I am going to divide the club into 6 groups. I think there's a member outside, if she can come. So yes, like I was telling, the whole club I'm going to divide into 6 groups, and each group is going to be given something called the Moments of Truth handout. So the members will fill in the forms as a group after discussion and analysis, and rate from 5 to 1, where 5 means we always meet the standard, 4 means we usually meet the standard, 3 is we sometimes meet the standard, 2 is we rarely meet the standard, 1 being we never meet the standard. And after the 15 minutes discussion which I will give, I will raise the red flag, which shows that you will have to stop the discussion. And each group will be given one segment. Like the first group will be, after dividing the group, I'll tell you. First group will, and each group will nominate one representative amongst themselves, who will come behind the lectern and speak for 2 minutes. Give a little presentation kind, where they will speak of what they were discussed and also give the rating. And if they've rated 4 and 5, you can just mention it. But if you've rated 3 or below 3, you need to reason why you are giving such a rating, and also what was the improvement suggested during the discussions. Now I'll divide the whole club into 6 groups. Group 1 is going to has DTM AK Prabhakara, DTM Udanka, Toastmaster Sachin, and Toastmaster Prashant. Group 2 consists of DTM MU Bhatt, Toastmaster Bhavna, Toastmaster Vijay Upendra, and Toastmaster Madhusudan. Group 3 has Toastmaster Pavani, Toastmaster Prajvini, Toastmaster Saket, and Toastmaster Jyothi. Group 4 has Toastmaster Sai Snehal, Toastmaster Shreya, Toastmaster Lata, Toastmaster Gajendra. Group 5 has Toastmaster Shiva, Toastmaster Kushal, Toastmaster Jia, and guest Vili. Group 6 consists of Toastmaster Sindhu, Toastmaster Chetan, Toastmaster Melagiri Das, and Toastmaster Lalana. So I would request everybody to sit in your groups. Has everybody received the Moments of Truth handout? Yes. All groups have got it. Now, if, for example, Group 1, which is Toastmaster DTM AK Prabhakara sir, they'll come behind the lectern and speak about first impressions. Group 2, membership orientation, DTM MU Bhatt sir and the group, with any of you, one representative from the club, will speak about membership orientation. Group 3, which is Toastmaster Pavani, they will speak about fellowship, variety and communication. Group 4, which is Toastmasters Size, Nail and Group, will speak about program planning and meeting organization. Group 5, membership strength. Toastmaster Shiva will speak about membership strength. And Group 6, Toastmasters Industry, you will speak about achievement recognition. Now I'll be starting the timer for 15 minutes. After the 15 minutes, please stop when I raise the red flag. Thanks, sir. Now I request each group to nominate one person to represent their group. You guys, as I've told, the particular segment, each group will speak about that particular segment, as I've already mentioned. But also, please not to take, in the interest of time, ensure you do. You speak for less than 2 minutes, and also members
Come in process.
If you have given 3 or less than 3 for any of the question or any of the other segment also, you can come and take it up. And if you have any query or concern, you can mention about it when you come behind the lecture. Yeah?
Give me 2 minutes.
Please try to make it as short as possible in the interest of time. Firstly, I would like to call on, let's start the Moments of Truth session. Firstly, I would like to call upon group number 1 who will speak about first impressions. Who's coming from that?
So in first impression, we have given 3 for guest books and name tags provided. So why we have given 3 is the reason is we don't have a culture of giving name tags to all the guests who are coming. So that's one of the reason, and you often see the guest book there. So that's the 3 we have got. And in other session we have got in membership orientation we have education program and recognition system discussed. That is 3 because we do a formal introduction where we say that we provide with the navigator, go through it, but mentors has to take that into their ownership and make sure that they take their mentee through the pathways and explain them. That we see it not happening, so that's the reason 3 there. And next, in membership strength, we have given 1 in promotion of club in the community or within the organization. We don't do any membership promotion, so that's the reason 1 there. Regular membership building program, same reason, because we don't do any membership activities. We have given 1 there. And Toastmasters sponsoring new members recognized. We don't recognize the sponsoring members, so that's the reason we have given 1. So that's it from our team.
Does the first team read out the other segments as
That's
well?
what, if they've given a rating of 3 or less than 3, they can still mention it. If it is less than 3. Yeah. Thank you, Udanka. Like mentioned, I think we have previously discussed about name tags. We don't have that.
The culture itself is not there and we don't have to introduce that.
Moving on, group number 2 will speak about membership orientation and
Can I intervene? One more thing we did whenever that name tag issue came up. Once we have the website, this is not technology oriented kind of statement given there. We have the mobile, and if you go to website, anybody can know who is the other member, and it is there with the faces. Some of the new members, their faces may not be there, but introduction is there. So that kind of thing is sufficient enough if somebody wants to know who is who. And technology should be used to that extent possible, instead of giving name tag which is somewhat is not easy to maintain, we would say. So that is one explanation I would like.
Thank you. Now, please welcome Toastmaster Madhusudan from representing group number 2.
So when it comes to the segment of membership orientation for formal induction, including presentation of membership manuals, we've given it 3 because we do conduct a formal induction, and I've personally seen DTM AKP sir to give the links of the manuals and all of that. But I don't think people are getting a physical manual, so I'm not sure if they're actually going through things. And also in terms of the membership pin, that could be brought forth, so we don't have it. That's one thing. Assignment of a mentor, we've given it 4 educational programs and recognition system discussed. That we've given it a 4. Learning needs assessed, we've given it a 3 because I feel learning needs in terms of understanding what kind of pathway each person needs to take. There is an evaluation that you can take on the website, but I don't think that's really that great. I think like the mentor along with the VP can sit together with the person and then understand what exactly they want to look out for in terms of the different pathways, all of those. So that's one thing. Discussed accommodations for members with disabilities, we've given it a 5. Speaking roles assigned 4, and member involved in all aspects of the club activities, we think that's great, so we've given it a 5. So when it comes to like ratings less than 3 in the other segments, we've given, when it comes to fellowship, variety and communication, we've given regularly scheduled social events 1, because that does not happen as far as from what we all concurred. And coming to the other things, meetings begin and end on time, we've given it a 3. So you more or less, on an average, we start by 10-15 minutes late, so that could, the slack could be picked up there. Membership strength. So in 2 areas we've given it less than 3 here, 3 and less. So members are retained, we've given it a 3. I'll just continue. We've given it a 3 because I think the last term we had close to some 50 plus members, but when we started the recent membership drive, we had only some 35 members retained, so that is an area of improvement. And regular membership building programs, we've given it a 2 because we don't see membership building as such. It's just that people hear from outside, their friends online, and they come here as guests, they're interested and they sign up for the club. So we can do better there. Achievement recognition, we've given progress charts displayed and maintained, we've given it a 3. I think more could be done there. But overall, I think like the club needs, in terms of, we need a long-term planning in terms of like the membership and like getting more people to come, and also proactivity in terms of like the learning needs, assessing all of those, and in social events, all of that. So this is what our is.
I would like to answer some of the questions. Can I take over?
Yes.
See, if you see orientation, not only orientation, about the manual, that these new members should be given kind of knowledge about the pathways program and all that. What extent we do is that the mentor and the mentee, whether they have gone through the pathways, particular speech project guidelines and evaluation, we ensure that when the evaluator comes here for evaluations, we ask whether that he or she has received the guidelines, pathways guidelines for that particular project and evaluation sheet. And when we go to the extent of asking whether the person has read it or not. And beyond that, we cannot say that have you understood. That we cannot ask because the comprehension is in his brain or her brain. So to that extent we can do. And in this process we assume that the mentor, mentee and the VPE and the evaluator through this process they have interacted. This is what we do. So another 3-1 point you said that as far as membership building or something, networking. Networking, very
Social
few
events.
have the way we have as a tradition of 10 minutes break with snack. That is not for social, we have told socializing, not only that, but it is to really exchange views on how the speaker performed on that given day. That is the purpose of that networking break, and that also is about socializing. That's where you come to know. So don't miss what is already there and observe and note that it is there. And as far as the monitoring of the individual pathways program is concerned, please be aware it is done, and it is done in our website. Those who are not watching it, please ensure you can update yourself. For example, you take the case of Shreya, Toastmasters Shreya is in level 4 or 3? 3. And she is put level 3, 1/3, whereas she has done 2/3. That means 2 projects are done in level 3. And that means it has to be updated, but her things are available there. So the thing is that you be aware where things are there, and that is what is required in most of your evaluation. It's not to point out the wrong things, but to hold up what is working right for that.
Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhusudan. Now I would like to ask group number 3. Fellowship, Variety and Communication, and we have Toastmaster Saket who's coming over behind the lecture.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Fellowship, Variety and Communication, that we have given 3 for 2 things. One is regular social events and interclub events encouraged. I feel in this term we have not done such social events except the education session, and I feel we can improve on that. And coming to the interclub events encouraged, I feel the new members are shying away taking up responsibilities or taking up the roles, and I feel the mentors can push the mentees in taking up the roles, and they can be encouraged. And coming to the other aspects, coming to the program planning and meeting organization, we have given a 2 for meetings begin and end on time. Quite ironic coming minutes late, but I feel we can work on it. And creative table topic and activities, and we have given a 3. I feel there's always scope for improvement in table topics. Apart from that, positive and helpful evaluation, I feel even the new members should start giving evaluation, as it helps them to prepare better speeches. And apart from the experienced Toastmasters who've been giving evaluation, maybe they can give some insights to the new members and help them improve on their evaluation feedback. So that's about it.
President should defend. You are the president. Defend what he has given us 3. Please rise from your seat.
So regarding
You come
the
here.
Sir, it's okay, sir.
Yeah, no, please.
So regarding the creative table
address it
topics
every-
and activities, creative table topics, we thought like we had a scope for improvement. Of course, it's in the hands of the member who has taken the table topics. So apart from that, the club programs varied and exciting. We have given 3. How I defend it is we did have education sessions this term, and we did have contests and everything. It was not a monotonous. I'm so confused. So we did have education sessions planned, and it was varied and not monotonous. Coming for the regularly scheduled social events, we do have a WhatsApp group where people are encouraged to join. Like if you're free, you can hang out, and we do have that WhatsApp group. So VP can share it again if she wants. So that is one thing, we are encouraging social events. And every year we do have a club outing that happens, and this year as well we do have it. And yeah, that's all about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saket and Toastmaster Pavani. Since social events, informal meet discussion came up, we are planning informal meet on Sunday, which is 16th of March. If anybody is interested, who are free, and it's on Sunday morning. So if anybody is interested, you can join the informal WhatsApp group of Mekon Communication Club. So you can join it. Now I would like to call upon group number 5 to speak on membership strength. Group number 4 on program planning and meeting organization, and we have Toastmaster Sai Sneha.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So ours is program planning and meeting organization, but I'll run through the other aspects where we have rated 3 and less than that. The first one that we have rated 3 and less than that is membership orientation, where the segment says formal induction including presentation of membership and manual. This was a practice that we did have a couple of months ago, but we haven't had in this term. I would like to know who the member has joined the club, because there has been a situation today itself where the president was not aware of who the new member is. that was not a nice image for the member and also us to know who. I mean, we get all these WhatsApp messages telling welcome to the new club member and everything, but I would also like to see them being welcomed in the club formally in front of all the members. That's one. Second one is regularly scheduled social events. I think the point has been addressed. Inter-club events encouraged. I think that point has been addressed as well. Another aspect is the club newsletter and website published and updated regularly. We've been lacking a little bit here, but something that we can improve on overnight itself, sort of something that we can take into consideration. Meetings begin and end on time is one aspect we need to focus on. Another aspect that really needs to be recognized is Toastmasters sponsoring new member recognized. Although in base camp for every club officer, this aspect is visible, and even for the member who's sponsoring is visible, but it would be nice if we could start this new practice of announcing it to everybody so that they know who's sponsoring that particular member. And also regular membership building programs is something we can focus on. Apart from that, we have either rated 4 or 5, and for club has 20 or more members, I think we can rate it a 10 because we have 44 members. So I think we're doing on that aspect. So this is my take on it. Thank you.
We wanted to talk about the formal induction, including presentation of members. That was the one you raised, right? Like, which one you wrote?
Yes, that one.
Okay. So we usually meet that. I mean, we always meet that standard where we, the president introduces the club who has joined the member who has joined newly, and then induction happens. And I would say it is not like we sometimes meet the standard, but we usually and we always meet that standard.
I can add on to that. So for the inductions, I would say in the last couple of months we have around 7 to 8 members who have joined. And as you all know, you must be seeing for yourself that the new members who have joined are not so regular. So, for example, it could be Balagraj who came to the first meeting, icebreaker speech, and after that we don't find him here. Or it could be Sudeep, who was a prominent TAPG role taker, and we don't see him for the next 2 weeks. So all the 7 members who have joined are not coming regularly. So let's accept what's not happening first, number 1. Second, to do the induction ceremony, a lot goes on, that is planning from the VPM, from the VP, to have the senior members in the club so that we get everybody on time on that particular day. This planning is happening from last 2 weeks, which all the new members and the VPM are aware of. So once everybody accepts on a date, only then we can plan it, which has not happened only for this term. So it is going to happen in the upcoming days, upcoming weeks. So till today, all the new members were inducted, all the new members were introduced in the club. Maybe there is room for a little bit more improvement in terms of a formal introduction, a formal way of speaking to the executive committee members so that they are formally introduced in a proper set of ways. But apart from that, as per following the processes, I believe everybody is in loop and everybody is well informed. So if anybody feels like they've left out and they don't know the information, feel free to talk to me every single time.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pavani and Toastmasters Industry. Next, I would like to call upon group number 5 to speak about membership strength. And we have Toastmaster Shiva.
Thank you, Toastmaster Apoorva, and I'm glad to know that most of us think alike. All those categories where we've given 3. It's similar to what already has been mentioned, so I don't need to go there. Membership strength, club has 20 or more members. Obviously, we do. So members are retained, more or less we do retain the members, so we've given it a 4. Club programs varied and exciting. We were of the opinion that they have been so lately. Toastmasters sponsoring new members recognized. We don't recognize the particular member who brought the guest to the club, but we recognize the VPM itself as the sponsor, so that is also done. A bit differently, but it is done. Promotion of the club in the community or within its organization, I don't think we do much to promote it in the Macron, so we've given it a 3. But in the community on social media, we definitely do promote it very, very well. Regular membership building programs, as many of you have already mentioned. Thankfully, we haven't needed membership building programs, such as the case of Macon Communication Club, that we always do have members, and I hope it continues in the future as well. With that, back to the meeting.
Thank you for the short and crisp feedback, Toastmaster Shiva. Now I would like to finally call upon the group number 6 to speak about achievement recognition, and we have Toastmaster Sindhushri.
Thank you, Toastmaster Apoorva. So our particular set of categories, achievement recognition. So the very first thing is award applications immediately submit to World Headquarters. We have ourselves given it a 3 considering I am VP. Because there has been a little bit, as mentioned by Toastmaster Upendra, who has been part of our club, there was a delay in terms of accepting the application, in terms of the conversation we were happening, in terms of a glitch in the system. So we were in talks with him for quite some time. This process needs to be updated, so this sole responsibility falls on either me or the president. So we were also pretty new to the term, we were also pretty new to the responsibility, so we'll make sure we pick up the pace, we'll pick up all the work that we do and go forward from here in a much better way. The second one is progress chart displayed and maintained. Of course, the secretary of the club always maintains this particular progress charts, and we also recognize the members at the end of the term. But in terms of displayment to the club members regularly, that is something we do not do so. So again, the reason behind it is something that even I do not know why we don't do that. So that's why we have given a 3. Just make sure that we cover the process of maintaining it, but not of the displayment for everybody. So the third is member achievements formally recognized with ceremony. Of course, we all do it in the installation ceremony, and I'm pretty sure all the new members and all the TAPG, MTG role takers are pretty pumped to come to that one-day installation ceremony to get those particular ribbons, awards, and everything. And then we have club, district, international leaders recognized. Of course, we do that. Our division directors, area directors, whenever they're here, and we do recognize them quite regularly. And then we have club member achievement publicized. We do that so regularly from all our social media channels, during the meetings. So there is nothing like we haven't done. And then we have DCP is used for planning and recognition. Of course, we having the senior members in the club and having people who have been regular to every meeting. DCP is the benchmark that we hold us against. So every time we have to plan something, the points we do achieve it quite regularly. As to covering the rest of the pointers as to where we didn't give like a complete 5. The first is regular membership building programs. We gave 1 because this is something we don't do. So since we do not do, there is nothing standard that we have to meet against and award ourselves with a 3 or a 4. And then we have Toastmasters sponsoring new members. On a very simple example that was brought into my attention also. For example, we have Toastmaster Vineet here, who was being brought to the club or referred to the club by Toastmaster Madhu. But in case if Vineet joins the club, the credit would actually go to the VPM and not to Madhu. So somewhere that needs to be addressed as well. Again, the chances of this situation happening is very rare because people come and find the club by themselves through different mode of website or through your Google business channels or through anything for that matter. So this scenario happens very rare and we do not meet this criteria. So that is something we've given a 1. And then apart from that, we do our best and all the other topics have been addressed in terms of the member involvement in all the activities and in terms of formal induction as I explained earlier. And then again, meeting begins and ends on time. We try our best. So it's not about just whether we meet 5 or 4, it's about we all try our best. So that's why a 3. So that's it from my end. If anybody has any questions, yeah. Thank you.
I just want to point out one thing regarding the display.
Yes, sir.
I think I mentioned that it is mentioned in our website, and it has to be updated by whoever is the person who is really monitoring the website. So that every meeting the MOM comes through, and based on that it can be updated. And I have seen it is being updated to some extent, but not on a regular basis, because some of them do it. And you have to ensure that it is done. As a EC, it has to be looked into why it is not being done. The place and position is there. I gave the example of Shreya, and it can be done to others as well.
As we come to the end of the MOT, I would like to thank everybody for this valuable insights, and also thank every member who's present here who took out their time to be here. It shows your altruistic nature, that you care about our club's growth. As a part of the EC, we would like to take the responsibility to work on the measures which have been discussed today, so that let's make this Moments of Truth session into a Moments of Transformation. On that note, I would like to hand over the charge to MC of the day, Toastmasters here.
I don't think we want to rearrange everything, so we just sit where we are, right? Should be okay?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay with this? For our third session for today, it's the exciting table topics section. Break or table topics?
Well, I have to leave, so just
Alright.
wanted to say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, my
You can be there.
You come here.
Video and other First and foremost, thank you all for allowing me to come here, and congratulations all of you. Do you have any idea why I'm congratulating all of you? Maybe you have congratulated many times, but today there is one more news. That is, you won Fast and Fabulous award for this year, like this time. Thank you. And I tried coming here multiple times. I could not come, but I met TTM Karan. I met all of you. It looks like a home club for me, second home club. But I'm really happy that I made it today because I could see the way whole the meeting has taken into, and the appreciation that is given for the chart creation. That was the normally is not done. But thank you because of the senior Toastmasters who are here, who are doing it very thoroughly. And I really enjoyed the whole of the session. Thank you so much, and I look forward to meet you all here. Thank you.
That was our area director, Toastmaster Shantaraj from IIM Bangalore. So let's give it up for him one more time.
Table topic close. We'll not have. We'll have the break. I think with that. Everybody has spoken, right? Within group they have spoken, and then one representative has spoken, and we'll have tea, networking break, GE session, and then disperse. Networking, somebody says it's not good enough, we can talk a lot there.
We can have that 10 minutes networking.
So let's break for the break. Thank you. Okay, let's get back. For our third session today, the general evaluation. The general evaluation is something unique to Toastmasters, where we get feedback about the entire meeting and each one of us ourselves. Our general evaluator today is Toastmaster Shreya. She's a young student studying at Anand Sagar University. She has a disarming smile who can converse with anyone, including her mentor or our South End Circle auto rickshaw drivers. Let's give it up for Toastmaster Shreya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chetan, for that very accurate introduction. Good evening, Toastmasters, and I think our guest has left. So, good evening, Toastmasters. I think everyone knows what the general evaluation session is, but basically I'll be evaluating the entire proceedings of the meeting. Three main things I'll be evaluating is, sorry, not I'll be evaluating, but three main sections of the GE is one, the evaluation of prepared speeches, two, the report by TAPG role takers, as well as third is my evaluation of today's role takers in the meeting. So, I'll start from the beginning of the meeting. We started the meeting at 6:20 p.m., which is, I think, pretty good compared to the previous weeks where we started later than usual. And after the business session only took 2 minutes, which is nice. Then Toastmaster Madhu came and he spoke about today's theme. Toastmaster Madhu usually has a lot of nice ideas that connect to the theme. Today, I think one thing that you could have done better was maybe find a personal story or just even a funny story of other people who have like broken rules and gotten into sticky situations, or have followed the rules and maybe something good came out of that. Instead of, I think you repeated that rules are necessary kind of 2 or 3 times. So I think that you can do better next time. So that is one thing I have to say about the sergeant. Other than that, great introduction of the president relating to the theme. And moving on, next we had the president's speech, which technically I'm not supposed to evaluate, but I did want to say that I really liked her speech today because it was, usually she comes up with a story or something personal, but today it was more about a topic, that is finance, which she knows a lot about because she's doing her MBA in finance. And honestly, finance is something that just goes whoosh over my head. I understand a lot of things, but I don't understand finance at all. So I think it was nice that I understood a little bit of finance from her speech. So I really enjoyed it. Moving on, I want to talk about our acting secretary, Toastmaster Jyothi. Associate Secretary. My bad, sorry. My Associate Secretary, Toastmaster Jyothi. It's a pleasure working as a secretary with her, and she read the minutes of meeting very flawlessly today. And so let's have a huge round of applause for our Sergeant present and after the secretary we had the after the secretary's speech, her reading out, we had the president's speech, which I already talked about, and after that our president introduced today's MC, Toastmaster Chetan. I always love how Toastmaster Chetan talks about things that he's passionate about, whether it be swimming or how his back always hurts. So today he related the theme very well to swimming and chess, and also to Toastmasters founder Ralph, as well as what Toastmasters is all about, which is public speaking, and how the rules that Toastmasters meetings have helps us improve as speakers. As always, Toastmaster Chetan has good meeting ideas, and I have just realized that I was supposed to do the speech evaluations before this. So
it's okay, the order is fine. You can just go ahead next now.
It's okay. It's okay. Are you looking for someone?
now do I continue with this?
Yes.
Yeah, so that was Toastmaster Chetan's introduction to this meeting. After that, we had the first speech of today, which was an icebreaker speech, and that was evaluated by Toastmaster Jia. So can we please have Toastmaster Jia to give the evaluation?
Good evening, Toastmasters, guests, and my target speaker Kushal in particular. I must say, what an amazing speech. So firstly I'll congratulate you for the first attempt. You really did a great job. So I'll be evaluating your speech in 3 parts. First, you excelled at, place where you excelled at, areas of improvement, and a summary. Your overall speech, the structure, it was amazingly done. You started with a question. There were stages in your body, and your conclusion was with a quotation, which was very creative. So good attempt, and you beautifully used the whole stage. It was good, and it was your first speech, but still you had an impactful eye contact. Good for that, and you were very comfortable. You had appropriate pauses in your speech, which was like, it was easy for us to grab what are you trying to convey, and you had a good body language as well, the hand movement, like the way you said, till today she is the only crush. So yeah, that was great. And yeah, so the areas you should improve. You could have added family introduction, like the aim of the icebreaker is to introduce about yourself and your family. So you could have added that in your speech, and the voice modulation, like you could have increased the pace somewhere, like I bought the first bike, so there you could have increased your voice. I bought the first bike. So yeah, it could enhance the engagement. So overall, great speech, good efforts, appreciative attempt. So yeah, looking forward for more great speeches as such. So, thank you. All the best.
the first speech that a member gives, you don't want to bombard them with some 100 negative things or things to improve on and make them scared with the next speech. So it was nice that you limited it to like 2 challenges. It was good how you structured your evaluation as usual with the sandwich method, basically things that you did well and then things that you can improve and then challenges that you can do next time. So as far as the evaluation goes, I think it was pretty good. Nothing else to say there. And as far as your speech goes, Toastmaster Kushal, I think it was exemplary for an icebreaker speech. You didn't seem nervous at all when you came here, and your flow of thought as you were speaking, I didn't feel like your thought broke. So that was amazing as an icebreaker speech, and congrats to you. And let's have a huge round of applause for Okay, so after that we had the MOT session conducted by Toastmaster Apoorva. I'm not required to evaluate the session, but I did want to add something that I didn't get to say during the session was that I think a lot of feedback that was given comes back to how the EC functions and the responsibility that the EC takes on. So for example, coming to me sending the MOT on time, sorry not the MOT, the MOM on time, as well as sending the agenda. And I feel like maybe this term we should encourage more people to give speeches, because I haven't seen a lot of people giving speeches. I think in the past 7 meetings we just had 5 or something speeches, which I think is also on the members to come forward and ask for speech slots, right? So only when you want to give speeches can our VP give you slots, because obviously she can't force people to give speeches. So I think those are 2 main things that we could actually like improve on. As for coming on time and starting, that also falls on the members itself. A lot of times we can't start the meetings on time because some roll takers aren't present, or because some roll takers aren't present. So that is also one thing that we should be mindful of. But yeah, other than that, the MOT session went well. Due to lack of time, we had to cancel the table topic session, but I think that will be Toastmaster Lata will get another chance to do it in the future, so looking forward to that. Lastly, I think as far as reports go, we have the TAPG reports. So let's start off with our timer Toastmaster, TTM Udanka.
Good evening once again. The business session which was supposed to happen in 3 minutes was concluded in 1 minute 40 seconds. Welcomed by Sergeant at Arms, allotted 3 minutes. Actual time taken is 1 minute 57 seconds. President Toastmaster Pavani, for her presidential address, allotted time is 5 minutes and has occupied 4 minutes 55 seconds. The guest introduction in the previous MOM was supposed to happen in 4 minutes, but slightly overshot by 30 seconds and taking the time of 4 minutes 30 seconds. Master of Ceremonies Chetan has allocated 10 minutes and so far has taken 8 minutes 21 seconds. Our first speaker Kushal was allocated 6 minutes and have used 5 minutes 37 seconds for his speech. Our evaluator Toastmaster Shreya had 3 minutes to conclude the evaluation, has taken 1 minute 57 seconds. MOT by BP membership Toastmaster Apoorva was allotted 25 minutes for the session but was overly shoot to up to 15 minutes 47 seconds. The break was to happen for 10 minutes where we were overshot by 1 minute 10 seconds and having it for 11 minutes and 10 seconds. The general evaluation is allocated 30 minutes, including the individual evaluation, has taken so far 7 minutes and 30 seconds plus 1 minute or 50 seconds of GIS evaluation. With that, back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, TTM Udanka. Next we have our accountant Sachin to give it.
So good evening everyone. So here's the report as counted. So this is a bit short considering we didn't have a table topic speeches. So Toastmaster Madhusudan 2 hours, 1 repeated word and. Toastmaster Pavani 3 hours, 1 repeated word so. Toastmaster Chetan, flawless. Toastmaster Udanka, flawless. Toastmaster Gajendra, 1 pause. Toastmaster Jyothi, flawless. Coming to the speaker, Toastmaster Kushal, 2 hours and 1 repeated word again. And the evaluator, Toastmaster Jia, 2 hours, and Toastmaster Apoorva, 5 hours. And last, the general evaluator, Toastmaster Shreya, 5 hours, 1 and 1 repeated word. So, yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin. Next, we have our PP evaluator, Toastmaster Jyothi.
Good evening, Toastmasters. As PP evaluator, my report is there was one exit during the meeting and one crosstalk when the meeting was in progress. But otherwise, no one spoke about sex, religion, or politics. And back to the general evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyothi. Finally, we have our Grammarian, Toastmaster Gajendra.
The word of the day was altruistic. See, everyone used it today. So everyone used the word today. And one person used it during the meeting, that was the Toastmaster Apoorva, but that was not considered, I think, because the devotee. Was it? Yes. Okay, then there's no name for me to write here. She used it once. Bad usage of word was like a cricket. You could have just like cricket. And good usage was Chetan's entire speech about the Toastmaster speech. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gajendra, for your very short report. I just want to quickly check if the ballot has been sent and everyone's filled the ballot. So yeah, while everyone is filling the ballot, I guess I just want to say that when it comes to public speaking, in action there are truly no rules because at different times different things happen. So last week I participated in my first event that I participated in since school, and it was kind of like Shark Tank. So the first round was a formal pitch, and then the second round was more of an informal pitch where they give you a ridiculous item like a reverse microwave that cools things down instead of heating things up. So in that event, I got first. So completely opposite to that. Completely opposite to that is today, where I completely just froze in front of everyone, not knowing what to do. So public speaking comes with ups and downs. The only thing that you can do when you stop talking is to regain your composure and start talking again. And I have all of you to thank today for helping me regain my composure. So if everyone's filled the ballot, then I guess that's the end of today's general evaluation session and meeting. So with that, I'd like to hand it over back to our MC Toastmaster Chetan.
Thank you for the crisp general evaluation, Toastmaster Shreya. I'd like to end this meeting with a quote by Rajsi Smetty that we learn best in our moments of enjoyment. So please take your speeches seriously and start enjoying them. And that's the best way to deliver a great speech. So let's give it back to the president.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chetan. Thank you everyone for being present for the crucial session that we had today, the Moments of Truth. I would like to thank each and everyone for that. And now let us quickly declare the winners for today, and I hope everyone have casted their vote in the ballot. So we can start off with the best speaker for today, that is Toastmaster Kushal. to the best evaluator for today, it is Toastmaster Jia. We did not have table topic session, so coming to the best role taker MTG, it goes to our Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Chetan. Lastly, the best role taker TAPG, it goes to our timer DTM Udanka. Thank you everyone, that's all from my end. I close meeting number 1308 and request everyone to stand up for the national anthem.